Hello, everyone. My name is Eric. Yes, I'm an investor. I invest more than 30 projects for the past 5 months. Actually, my investment career actually earlier than this. Anyone know which ICO is the world's first ICO? Anyone? Yes, Mastercoin. I participate that. Only a little, but that make me the first ICO investor. So I'm very happy about this. I also invest in BitShares and Ethereum ICOs. I also participate some equity investment as well. So that's some of the portfolios that I invested. Mostly in China, but some North American like Newco, Everest, and Aguero is in Estonia. Up next, for the whole blockchain, ICO just a very small part. This is how we see the blockchain will evolve. It starts with digital currency, which is Bitcoin, right? So after Bitcoin, you will see Litecoin, you will see many other cryptocurrencies. But the next, after digital currency, people thought, what else a blockchain can do? They'll say, oh, verification. So whatever you put on a blockchain, it will stay there. You can verify later, right? So it's a proof of, it's a providence. It's providence. So many of the projects are doing digital verifications. So land deeds can be put on blockchains for verification later on. So that's next step of blockchain. That's how I see it, right? Then last year, I've been telling people of asset digitization. And not many people in China understand what asset digitization is back then. And this year, everybody understood. That's ICO, right? So a project can be digitized. Some wouldn't say equity. The rights of a project can be digitized into tokens. This is asset digitization. So the next step is decentralized digital asset exchange. You know what happened in China these days, right? All the Bitcoin exchange got shut down. That actually affects Bitcoin price. That's ridiculous to me, right? Why a government shut down Bitcoin exchange and Bitcoin price went down? So digital asset exchange, well, Bitcoin exchange become the point of failure in the system. So the idea is we should have a decentralized digital asset exchange, which we are building right now. Next one, digital identity. Digital identity is so important. I probably say digital identity is as important as our ICOs. Nowadays, everybody says, oh, I want an ICO. ICO is very important. But I think next year, you will hear a lot of things. I want to digitize my identity. How so? So what's the good point of digital identity? Just give you a few glimpses of digital identity. You know, most troubles we have in ICO world is, to me, is accredited investors. A lot of the ICO project leader, they don't know, they take they take everybody's money. That would be a problem, because many of the investors, they don't understand what kind of project they actually invest in. They don't understand. They just say, oh, my neighbor put in $10,000 and become a million. That's why I'm gonna cash advance from my credit card and I'm gonna invest into next ICO. So they are not accredited investors. They are not qualified investors, right? So if this project goes south, I mean, you have a problem, then they lose everything. And they couldn't afford to lose everything because that's the credit card money. That's your mortgage money, right? Those kind of investors you want to avoid, right? So use digital identity. You can tell who invests in what. Is this investor is truly qualified, educated investor? To me, this is super important, because what happened in China, government just banned all the ICOs. So the projects with not qualified investors, they're in troubles because those unqualified investors, they want their money back. And they couldn't lose a cent. They want every cent back, right? So that's why the leaders of the project now in trouble. And, okay, I'm going to jump to the next one. So, Metaverse is a project that I deeply involved. It's not only a project that I invested. I actually not only invest money, but invest a lot of emotion and efforts in there. What is Metaverse? It's an asset digitization platform, and also it digitizes identity. And third, we do blockchain as a service. So what is the blockchain as a service? So nowadays you have Ethereum, you have Neo, you have many other infrastructure level blockchains. But these projects, these blockchains will require developers to write smart contracts, right? So before someone can use this blockchain, you need someone to write applications. You need to know coding. But it's easy in here, Ukraine, maybe in United States, in England, because most people know English. The coding are alphabets. But for Chinese people, or for Japanese people, those are characters, right? They were educated in characters. Programming to them is you need to learn English first. Am I right? You need to learn alphabets first. Then you can program. So the businessmen in that part of the world, they don't trust programmers, right? So you ask someone, say, oh, create a smart contract on Ethereum. They'll say, what is smart contract? Can I create a smart contract? Is it hard to learn Solidity? To me, it's not. Solidity is so easy, right? But for Japanese businessmen, for Chinese businessmen, Solidity is like, I don't know, gibberish, right? So what Metaverse does is, we call it blockchain as a service. So we're basically telling the businessmen, you take care of your own business. If you do travel, better. You do your own business, and we will take care of your blockchain need. So that's Metaverse. So unlike Neo or Ethereum or other projects, we don't need smart contracts. So people fill up a form, say, I want to create a token. The name of a token is this, the symbol, and how many tokens I want to issue, and how many decimal points, right? The whole description, where you allowed issue more tokens later on, then you hit submit, you get your token. And then on another form, you can say, I want to create a digital identity. So the name of a digital identity, and the alias, the name, and the description, and you hit submit. So for most business, you got your token, you got your user registration. That's probably is everything. Not everything, maybe 80% of the business, right? And if you need more in-depth the application on blockchain, Metaverse has its own API. So you can call the API to implement any logic that you want to implement. But it is on the application layer. It's not like on the lower layer, right? Unlike Ethereum is like more of the lower layer. So you can, even a kid just graduated from university, you can write smart contract at the lower layer. I mean, you write it in the block. Imagine how big that the size of the block is, right? So that's my presentation. I'll just tell you about myself. I'm an investor, but now I'm deeply involved in Metaverse project. And hopefully, Metaverse will be very successful and provide another side of application to the whole community.